Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we have to talk about the Coliseum because, well, it is the next new game mode coming to the game and there will be two versions of it and not a lot is too clear about it. Well, the new information kind of helps us to get a better grasp on it, but there are a few kind of like points of worry. But first, let's gonna break down this post, and then I'm gonna show you guys some screenshots, and we can try and figure it out. So, hello Summoners, Alliance Coliseum brand new game mode coming to the Milestones of Champions is arriving, and with a fresh challenge for both of you and your alliance. While Solo Coliseum is dropping early next year, Alliance Coliseum is arriving this December. Who will guess? Will it be bugged or not? And your alliance will. And your alliance will need to work together to conquer the challenge ahead, just like Alliance Quest and Alliance War. Every Coliseum pits you against one epic boss, but this boss won't go away. The more they go down, the stronger they get. The more health bars you eliminate, the stronger the boss you are facing will get. Let's break this down. On day 1 of the event, 3 podium slots will unlock. Once you have a champion on a podium, they can't be used for another. Podiums are effectively champion slots. And one of those slots is taken up by a champion with the highest score you achieve on that slot. Your podium score is broken down with the following: a value from your alliance prestige. So alliance prestige will affect the podium score. How many health bars have you cleared? Rotating tag bonuses. Now this is gonna be a sticky subject for sure. I'm 100% convinced not many people will like this. With all of the above multiplied by your podium level. And that is going to be another thing of worry here. Every day cycles in 3 new champion tags and those tag bonuses, and add to the points to the score you get from the podium. Additionally, the more health bars you clear, the more podium XP you will receive, increasing your podium level. You can also increase your podium levels with the podium upgrade tokens. This is worrisome. The higher the podium level, the more points you receive on the podium. And here I'm going to point out one thing. Having tags will piss a lot of people off because that will pose severe roster limitations as well as very big benefits to the bigger rosters. But that's fine. We can kind of accept it within the parameters of the game, where you should be rewarded for having a bigger roster ranked up higher. However, if this is a straight up monetized currency, I think that will have a lot of backlash, especially since AQ and raids has basically zero monetization associated with them. Or at the very least, you can achieve max results without any additional monetization. If you have an amazing fight prior to leveling up the podium, that score will still receive the increased podium level multiplier. The full podium score is calculated like this: how many health bars you cleared, plus your tag bonus, plus a value from your alliance prestige, would all be multiplied by the podium level. On day 2 and 3, a new podium unlocks, giving you a total of 5. Only one champion can be top scorer in each podium, but if you effectively break that score and scores higher with another champion, you can place that champion on another podium basically. So you will receive peak milestones based on your score, and your alliance combined scores will unlock more peak milestones and ranked rewards. And that's like a clip, and I have like the most crucial screenshot. So basically, you will have to defeat the opponent as many times as you can, obviously before dying. That's going to be a huge factor in your podium score. And there are going to be different bosses for each of the days, as far as I can see. I do not know why it counts the attempts specifically and how energy system is going to work. That is quite unclear here as well. We can see that podium upgrade level 1 out of 8. And there are going to be 8 levels on the podium. This is how you're going to start up. Basically, get your points now. You're going to have the challenge of Adam Warlock, and then you're going to be fighting Adam Warlock constantly. Many times you can get as high a score as you can. Here is the beginning of the worrisome part. Tag bonuses filter. So you can tap on enable any of those, but it's not... What's the best way to put it? Every single one of those tags matter. So here you enter your entire roster and you can choose get none of these bonuses. Obviously, you shouldn't do that. But then you're going to filter out, for instance, offensive raw damage champions, and it's going to filter that out. And then whether to include Coda, and then include all of them. And then you're left with literally Northstar and Gentle. As in like 2 champions that you can use for maximum amount of points. And if you don't have either one of these 2 champions ranked up, you're going to be missing out that 20,000 bonus. Now, why is the 20,000 bonus important? We can see in a second, but I'm not against using champion tags for stuff like this, but trickling it down to like 2 specific champions and get the best result. And clearly, you know, Northstar there is the champion that's meant to be doing the best, right? I am absolutely not a fan of that. So Kabam's going to put you in a position where you can use, like, you know, champions that have 2 tags, but then again, you're inherently going to be... It doesn't feel great to be missing out, let's say, on points and be forced to do worse score because you haven't ranked up one specific champion. And I really don't like that. It really rubs me the wrong way. I am still quite excited for the game mode, but we need to kind of play through it. Because in principle, the idea that I can only use Gentle or Northstar to try and get the best points I can for myself and my team, I don't like that. I really, really don't like that. Right. And the second thing, obviously, is the podium and leveling up the podium. How hard it is to do it manually, and or how many times you need to fight in order to do it manually. Because this new currency here, it does worry me. Because it does seem like it will introduce another monetization aspect in effectively game modes where it didn't exist. Yes, Coliseum is the new game mode, but it's kind of instead of AQ and taking AQ's reward budget away, right? So if this is monetized in any way, shape, or form outside of, you know, the way Alliance Quest was monetized, and that was just having the highest prestige, right? Because realistically, none of us use currency for potions and revives there. We just kind of like split through the AQ and, you know, use the free revives. And there's nothing else. And if this has additional layer of monetization, then again, I have kind of natural resentment towards that. Now, we don't know how we're going to earn this currency. We don't know whether it is monetized, but it's Kabam. It's likely going to be monetized in one way, shape, or form. I have a bad feeling that this is going to be like Elder's Marks and Battlegrounds was. Something that's completely arbitrary, existing only for the sake of monetizing the game. And ultimately, like a couple years down the line, Kabam effectively make Elder's Marks meaningless because nobody will really like them or use them. And I hope they're not going down the same rabbit hole. I really do, because if they combine monetizing the game mode with hyper-specific champion requirements, that sounds like a horrible time. Coming from something that could or should be incredibly fun. And I hope it is. I really hope. Because, again, the concept looks interesting. I love the idea of fighting, you know, the boss multiple times and just kind of pushing yourself for endurance. I don't mind it at all. And, yeah. So here we can see how that score again gets rated. So you have fight score, the amount of health bars, that's like 261. Tag bonuses, here you can see that Stealthy received 2 out of 3 tag bonuses. So you're missing out on 20k there. Alliance Prestige, it's effectively your Alliance Prestige times 2. And then Podium Level Multiplier, which is kind of like the most important thing because you multiply. It's kind of like Arena Multiplier, right? And if this is high, then you're rocking. But if this isn't high, then not much else matters. And you can make it higher with that mysterious currency that Kabam didn't mention in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. And obviously, like, eventually you get 5 podium slots. And that is how you're scores calculated. And then your entire alliance score is calculated, and you have your own peak milestones that will include, like, 7-star shards and potentially 7-star nexus and some other items, whatever are in that selector. Then you're going to have your alliance peak milestones that will include titan shards, and in this case it's tier 5 alpha fragments and other resources and glory. And then you're going to have your rank rewards, which is going to be radiance. Know that radiance, even for the top spot alliance, is like 60k. So that is kind of a mix in between AQ and raids. Raids still net more radiance than that. No, this is actually regular AQ radiance. Yeah. So this is standard alliance quest levels of radiance. By the looks of it, yes. So that kind of makes sense, I suppose. But somewhat intriguing. Again, I do still look forward to testing this game out. I think it could be very, very fun. But I definitely have my worries. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the